No, but as well of that,
May the Lord be with me.
I haven't played cards like in how many years? I don't know.
Really?
long time.
Really?
Long time, very long time.
Man looks so fresh, like you practiced last night.
That's what happened. I think recently went to play bowling with some friends.
Yeah.
Bowling?
Yeah, bowling.
Yeah. Bowling, that means it wasn't.
Sometimes I'll decide like I'm not going to carry my computer today, but like I really have to be deliberate. I know it because sometimes now, like for example, in ministry, the man of God can call like like direct. What are you going to do? So you've
So you're in bondage?
you've got you've got bondage. But like you've got to be mature to the point where, and I think also one thing we've also gotten to learn in terms of like ministry work, it's a collaborative effort. Like if I know
The card.
if I know
Kasuja, what did you cut?
man, yeah, like 10. When
I picked.
when we have that collaborative feel of like we share files. Like I may not be able to do it, but let's say Tracy may be able to do it. Yeah. So like you've got to get to that point where you prepare for it, like you were saying, like you intentionally set yourself up that you can actually go out and there's no pressure.
But there's a piece that comes with finishing all your...
Yeah,
Don't you see now you're here, you're playing cards, you're not under pressure.
Because I'm done.
That's the life. Yes,
That's the life
the
we're
thing.
talking
That's the thing we're talking about. Like you don't have to be, oh my god,
But I still have my laptop here, just in case someone gives me a call.
that's a bondage.
No, because even that's how...
It's a Saturday for Christ's sake, man. It's a
No, but
Saturday.
that's how that creative
Is
space
it? No,
is.
I think also what has influenced this kind of life, where people like don't have
No
that separation, no boundaries, is the kind of work environments and the industries that we're in, like the atmosphere that we have, for example, in this country. Like people don't respect that it's actually a weekend. I'm not supposed to be at work. I'm not supposed to be doing anything close to work. You go to advanced countries, like you don't enter office if it's not at 9 a.m. But here we are. I mean, we still have a long way, but
Because I think we're also growing as an economy.
yeah.
We can't afford to sleep before 9. Because the economy may fail. The plan might not go out as well. Yeah, so I think we also appreciate that we're in a growing economy. Like there's some
Maybe
decisions.
opportunity.
You
Why
can't.
not? Yes.
You're below 20.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Man,
15.
No. How about man? But as much stuff. I can't believe it.
You can use that with the conversation.
Very important to create those boundaries around your life, because
But that's if you're also a diligent, should I say, person. Yeah, like you actually be deliberate that I'm actually going to do this work.
but also because it also doubles to your work side.
Yeah, your work ethic. How is
Your
your
work ethic.
Yes.
How is your work ethic? Because you may be procrastinating, but you want to chill.
You want to chill. You want to Netflix.
Yeah.
Until
You want to go talk with your shorty.
No, she understands. I tell her, you know what? It's time to work. Time to
make
get the
your
bag.
People may think we're not saying we're saying don't work, but you have to have that work ethic.
I think on the other side of things, maybe for people who may, for example, someone who may not have a team to work with, but then they have like these last minute edits to do and stuff. So it's also important for such a person to have a very flexible work environment. For example, if you are probably going to work throughout the whole week, at least your kind of work environment should allow you to have that space where you are free to do anything. Like I could probably travel and just work from there, remote work, and just like I could probably sit at the beach and enjoy the views. As long as I have my computer, if you need the last minute edit, I'll get my computer out to do the last.
That means they're not really enjoying.
So no, I'm at least I'm giving an option for that person who may not be able to leave their computer behind, like you, Kasuja. You get it? So yes. So it's you just have to at least have that flexible work environment that can allow you to move, that can allow you to probably maybe even if it's you're going to maybe play soccer, just play soccer for 30 minutes and get back to your computer. But it's important that everybody has that kind of place where they get to rest.
You end up, like you were saying, end up with things like creative block if you're not resting.
But creative block can be because there's so many things.
Yeah, but like that's one of the reasons. As in, you're not giving yourself time to think. Because I think, as I don't know,
A woman can be a creative bloke.
just
What was woman?
I
refuse.
You refuse.
Yes.
But like you've got to get to that point where you allow yourself to think, meditate and stuff like that. And I'm sure we do that
But
as well.
again, to reach that place, it's the ethic, how you communicate. Because
Diligence, yes.
tell people, you know what? I've done this work.
Like, you have to be
If you're collaborating and the person is supposed to the first part has not sent it, how do I talk to them? Make sure I will tell them that, after 5, I'll be able to work on this thing until tomorrow. So sort yourself. Yeah, like that communication thing can breed that peace, which I'm learning recently. That
Kasuja, I hope you don't bring your computer on your wedding day, man.
Hey, wait, for my sister's wedding.
You had your
In
laptop.
the morning, it was a change. I don't like, guys, first wait, let me first finish this thing.
Things are serious like
I
that.
was in bondage.
That is real bondage.
Yeah,
the
like,
one
you know
on
what,
the
I
next
can't
day.
live this life.
Christian, can't recommend you for work. What? We've had those things before. Like, Christians don't commit. They're not what. In your
only
line,
Christians. That's
I don't know. Is that a stereotype? I know it's there, but like, how do we kill that stereotype? Maybe is a question we should look at.
Over the river.
I think, there's over delivering, but you also don't have to get to that place of over delivering. Like, I mean, you know your tasks, you know what you're supposed to do, just do it. And I think it comes back to how people are groomed over time. Yeah, like from church setting, from their homes, like how do they groom? Like recently some funny. Okay, I'll call it funny because of the way it came, but God, I think, was trying to communicate to me about how people dread adulthood right now. So then he said that whoever is watching and you're still doing this, no offense. He said that if someone is still sharing a house with another person, they are halfway into their adulthood.
Hey!
You get? Because you're still sharing responsibilities. You have not yet matured into a place where you can actually take on your own responsibilities. That if Yaka is done in your house, you're not going to call your housemate. You are your own housemate in the house. You get? So water bills, whatever, rent, like you have nobody. You have your 50% here. So let me wait for Victor. Victor, rent is due. Where is your 50%? Like you are not yet there. And if someone is at that level, I think it would be hard for God to trust them with much more because you are still relying on another hand to help you like achieve your own goals and then task responsibilities, like clear them off the table. So that's where it comes from. Like, how do you own your own responsibilities? Are you just going to be the Christian that is going to come in at work at 9 a.m., take breakfast, then first lounge, first check the TL for 1 hour? You have tasks waiting for you. That's responsibility. So what is your priority there? You want the money. At the end of the month, salary is a priority. You need it. But do you also put someone's work as your priority? Do you push yourself to do better? Do you push yourself to do more? That when someone is actually not around, they'll actually feel safe and be sure that work here is going to move as smooth as possible. I've been working with someone who has been out of the country for years. Like, if I am around, they know something will move. I also know I had to instill it into the team that if I am not in the country, if I'm not around, they have to make sure that the work moves as swift as possible because that's the culture that we want to instill. So I think it comes back to how people have been groomed over time, and it's a conversation that they also probably have to have with themselves and the people that they work with. And if they don't, then they will keep abusing us for nothing. It still comes back to what we talked about, I think, in the very first episode, like personal brand. Like, what do you want to be known for? Do you want to be known as for the chick that comes to work to flaunt your outfit, your day's outfit, and then post pictures on Instagram? Or you want to be the person that actually does the work and then get rewarded for it? So
Jose always says, examine yourself. Like, you've got to examine yourself. Like, what do you want to be? But it's a big stereotype that I think we need to work on as ourselves. We need to take on that responsibility because
I think one other thing I've realized over time with very many people, like for example in our kind of age bracket and circles, is people have not yet started appreciating the aspect of time. Like every other day, man, Mark, what's wrong with you? I'm trying to drive my point of wearing things. So like they have not yet appreciated the aspect of work. Every other day, I feel like we're running out of time. So I'm pushed. I'm pushed to do more. I'm pushed to be better. I'm pushed. What?
You don't
can't.
worry, you continue.
Yeah. I'm pushed to be better. I'm pushed to do more. Like, if there is a relationship I will rekindle because God wants me to do it and move to the next and do something else. Like, we are out of time. I don't know if the world feels the same way.
sense of urgency.
Yes, the sense of urgency. Like, people live like they have those things of living 300 years plus, like Methuselah. Those years went by.
What do you mean?
It's possible to live those years, but right now we're talking about their legacy. We're not talking about the number of years they spent in the flesh. What they did. We know Abraham for living. I mean, God can allow Abraham to live up to 100 years because he wants a miracle out of him to be the father of many generations and stuff. Yeah. But how about someone that is living today? You know, you find boys and girls in bars Monday to Friday like they don't care. Someone at your age, you're in your prime years of life, and you have the audacity to be in a bar up to 8 a.m. in the morning. Like, what are you doing? And then, okay, it might not be someone that is in a bar, then it might be a Christian. But then they have the audacity to live the way they want. They could sleep for all the hours they want. Yes. You can't even wash a cup. You can't wash. You can't clean your shoe. You can't clean your table. You can't lay your bed. Like every other, no one has to be like every other time I step out of bed and I may not leave the house immediately, but immediately I'm about to leave the house and I remember that I haven't laid even if I am late. The Holy Spirit has to convict me that, brother, you have not yet laid your bed. I stay alone in my house. Now, how many people have that kind of discipline? So it comes back into their personal lives. These people don't have the discipline. If they are lazy at work, that means they are lazy at home. You can go back to their homes.
When you play.
The kids are too much.
So man, that's it cuts across. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. If you're hardworking at work, I mean at home, if you can't leave a cup I have a problem if I use a plate and leave it there. Because immediately I'm done with food, I want to take it to the sink or even wash the plate. If I am cooking my own food, I don't like a dirty sink. I will cook while I'm washing the dishes, so that by the time I'm done cooking, the kitchen is as clean as crispy. And I move on with life. That's how I am. So how many people have that kind of discipline? And by the time we come to work, you can see the results.
We've got to hold ourselves to high standards, to the point where we take the responsibility to change the face of who we are representing, God. Like, people need to start seeing us as like, now those are Christians. So the people we are having a heart for especially are the ones who are coming after us. We have to set that example for them, like how we hold ourselves accountable. And I think that's the thing we also need. Maybe we'll even get another episode of accountability, because I feel we live in a world where like we've been talking about how people are at home, you can work from home, and I think something that has crept in is accountability. Like most people are accountable to themselves, and when most times when you're accountable to yourself, trust me, you won't procrastinate because no one judging you there. You can push this, you can push that, but you've got to go to a place where someone is holding you accountable, or we're holding ourselves accountable to the point where it gets you to the point where you have to deliver. Like if nobody's, I'm accountable to nobody, you're accountable to nobody. Like there's someone who is there pushing you to make sure you deliver.
Yeah, we cannot run away from it. We cannot run away from it. Who's playing? I think it's you, Mark.
I picked.
It's me, eh?
Yeah.
All along. Why don't you say?
Flowers.
You have been
Guys,
playing.
I've not been picky. Why am I picking now?
I'm familiar with your game, sir.
We're just finishing the game.
It's you.
It's me.
Yeah.
Card.
Cheese.
Shall not postpone this.
Make it happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Finish.
Finish.
First of all, huh?
Just relax. Just relax.
Fire.
Upon
have
the
to
mountain.
finish
Today is not my day.
First cut day. You see.
When I finish the game.
Cards.
What card do you have?
What is that? A clean sweep.
You guys.
No one has finished that.
Hey guys, I'm too good for you guys.
Please.